Big news from the Brown family. The court has just ordered the return of Janelle and Meri's property, and it looks like Kody Brown's cheating game has finally come to an end. What does this mean for the future of the family, and what's really going on behind the scenes? Stay tuned as we break down the latest drama you won't want to miss. Kody Brown's struggles with fatherhood and family feuds. Kody Brown's sister-wives' journey has been a rocky road. Once the patriarch of a large, proud, polygamous family, he is now at odds with many of his children and former wives. In the years since, his relationships have dissolved one by one until he was only left with a close relationship with his current wife, ROBYN Brown, and their kids. As Sister Wives fans have witnessed, Kody's challenges when it comes to being a father have been on display for the world to see and often led to contentious discussions among viewers. In the beginning, Kody was an active father who loved playing a huge role in his kids' lives. Yet, as the family expanded, so did the dissension. His authoritarian style of parenting was at odds with his kidlets' blossoming independence, and the divide only grew as the years passed. Some of his adult children have openly criticized him, and others have distanced themselves completely. Now, Kody must work to restore his relationships with his children if he's willing to take the first step. Sister Wives star's relationship with his children has changed over time. In the early years of Sister Wives, Kody appeared to be a doting father. He made time for his children, participated in their activities, and worked to provide for his large family. But as the kids grew older, cracks in these relationships started to show. Many of Kody's children have spoken out about his shifting priorities, particularly after he married ROBYN in 2010. During the COVID-19 pandemic, tensions reached a breaking point. Kody imposed strict guidelines that not all his children agreed with, leading to major conflicts, especially with Janelle's sons, Gabriel and Garrison. His decision to spend most of his time with ROBYN and their children further alienated his older kids. As of 2025, Kody remains close only to the children he shares with ROBYN, while his relationships with his other children remain strained. He's made it clear where his priorities lie. Kody Brown, Kody's son with Christine, once said, "Kody Brown tried to control his kids' public statements." Kody's strained connections with his kids weren't only about personal issues, they affected his work life, too. In a YouTube interview in 2023, his son Kody shared that Kody tried to add rules in their contracts to stop them from saying bad things about him. He was trying to convince the network to put it in writing that we couldn't say anything bad about him online. Kody claimed. Christine reportedly disagreed with this approach, refusing to allow her children to be silenced. This conflict underscored the growing divide between Kody and his older kids, many of whom felt he was more concerned with his public image than his role as a father. Kody's struggles with authority created more distance. Kody's need for control has long been a source of tension in his family. He often emphasized his role as the man of the house, but as his children grew up, they began challenging this mindset. Kody once posted on TikTok, "Any man who has to say 'I am the man of the house' is no true man of the house." His comment resonated with many Sister Wives fans, who had witnessed Kody's struggles with maintaining authority. His older children, particularly his sons, resented his expectations, leading to ongoing conflicts. Rather than adapting his parenting approach, Kody doubled down, insisting that respect should be given, not earned. This only pushed his children further away, leaving him isolated from most of them. Can Kody rebuild his relationship with his children? Kody has expressed a desire to reconnect with his kids, but he expects them to reach out first. "I'm here when they're ready," he said during a recent Sister Wives episode. However, ROBYN has suggested that Kody should take the first step instead of waiting. If he really wants to mend things, he has to go to them. ROBYN may have a pretty good idea of what follows. Many of Kody's children are grown and have lives of their own. Help them with Reconnect Ion. Most likely, they will not prioritize reconnecting with their dad on their to-do list, especially if they are still hurt about what happened before. If Kody truly wants to heal things with them, he needs to be the one to initiate that healing. As far as fixing the damage he did in the past, it won't be easy, but if he really cares about restoring those relationships, he has to acknowledge how he put them at risk and act to right that wrong. Whether he will actually take those steps is something we'll have to wait and see. In the meantime, fans of Sister Wives keep tuning in to see how the family story plays out. Meri Brown has never been one to back down from a challenge, but after years of living under the heavy weight of polygamy and the expectations that came with it, she is finally stepping into her own power. The Sister Wives star, once defined by her struggles, her place in the Brown family, and the emotional turmoil of her failed marriage with Kody Brown, is now redefining herself in a way that is both inspiring and empowering. For years, Meri's voice was subdued, her presence in the family often overshadowed by the louder personalities of her sister wives and the all-consuming focus on Kody's affections. She struggled to be heard, to be valued, to be respected. It's no secret that her experience in the plural marriage was one of loneliness and heartache. She endured betrayal, public humiliation, and the eventual dissolution of her marriage. Yet, through all of that, Meri remained resilient. Now, as she begins a new chapter of her life, she is speaking up about her past in ways she never could before. In a recent revelation, Meri shared that for much of her marriage, she felt silenced. It wasn't just about Kody dismissing her feelings or prioritizing his relationships with his other wives. It was about the entire framework of their marriage, a dynamic in which Meri felt small, unseen, and unheard. In polygamy, particularly in the structure of the Brown family, maintaining peace often meant sacrificing one's own needs. Meri did that for years, believing that was just how things were supposed to be. When she recently reflected on her past, Meri admitted that being small, being silenced, was normal for her. That's a devastating realization for anyone to have, especially someone as strong-willed as Meri. She entered polygamy believing in its spiritual significance, trusting that love, companionship, and mutual support would be the foundation of her family. But as time went on, the cracks in that foundation became too deep to ignore. She was pushed aside, minimized, and ultimately disregarded. She fought for her marriage, she fought for her place, but in the end, Kody made it clear her fight was futile. The emotional toll was immense. Anyone who has followed Sister Wives knows that Meri's struggles were public knowledge, particularly after the infamous catfishing scandal that left her vulnerable and humiliated. But what many didn't see was the internal struggle, the years of conditioning that made Meri believe she had to shrink herself to fit into the mold that Kody, and perhaps polygamy itself, had carved out for her. Breaking free from that mindset was not easy. It took Meri years to come to terms with the reality of her marriage and the way she had been treated. But now, she is emerging from the shadows. Her recent comments suggest a woman who is no longer willing to be silenced, a woman who is embracing her voice, her truth, and her independence in a way she never has before. Since her split from Kody, Meri has taken significant steps towards reclaiming her identity. She has built her own businesses, found new friendships, and begun to carve out a life that is centered around her happiness, not the expectations of others. Her journey is one of resilience and transformation, proving that even after decades of being conditioned to believe she had to be small, she can rise above it. It's clear that Meri is stronger now. Stronger than she was in the early days of Sister Wives, when she clung to the hope that Kody would love her the way he once did. Stronger than she was when she endured years of emotional neglect. Stronger than she was when she first walked away from her plural marriage with a broken heart but an unwavering sense of self-preservation. Fans have noticed the change in Meri. She carries herself differently, speaks with more conviction, and appears to be genuinely at peace with the direction her life is taking. She no longer looks to Kody for validation, nor does she seek the approval of those who once dictated her place in the family. Instead, she is setting her own course, guided by her own dreams and ambitions. Meri's story is one of triumph. It is a reminder that sometimes, the hardest battles we face are the ones against our own fears and limitations. For years, she believed she had to accept being small, that her voice didn't matter, that her needs were secondary. But now, she is rewriting that narrative. She is showing the world that she is not just Kody Brown's ex-wife, not just a former sister wife, not just a woman who once felt lost in a polygamous marriage. She is Meri Brown, independent, resilient, and unbreakable. As she continues on this journey of self-discovery, one thing is certain: Meri Brown is no longer being silenced. She is speaking her truth, embracing her strength, and proving that even after years of being made to feel small, she is capable of standing tall. Her story is not one of defeat but of victory. She has turned her pain into power, her silence into strength, and her past into a foundation for a brighter, more authentic future. Christine Brown is not holding back anymore. The former Sister Wives star has always been vocal about her experiences in the polygamous Brown family, but now she's taking it to another level by calling out Kody Brown for his questionable parenting decisions. Christine recently made a bold statement that has resonated with many fans: "You have to earn their love back." It's clear she's talking about Kody's strained relationships with their children, and she's not afraid to say what many have been thinking: Kody has not been the father he should have been. For years, viewers of Sister Wives have watched Kody Brown struggle to balance his relationships with his multiple wives and many children. However, his approach to parenting has been a major source of controversy, particularly in recent years, as many of his children, including Kody Brown, have spoken out about their strained relationships with him. Christine has now taken a firm stand, making it clear that Kody's attempts to silence their children or sweep their feelings under the rug won't work anymore. One of the biggest issues Christine has highlighted is Kody's apparent unwillingness to take responsibility for the emotional damage he has caused. The Brown children have not been shy about expressing their feelings, and many of them have openly admitted that they feel neglected or dismissed by their father. Christine's statement about earning back their love is a direct challenge to Kody. He can't just demand respect and loyalty from his kids, he has to prove that he is worthy of it. Kody Brown, in particular, has been one of the most outspoken of Kody's children. He has shared multiple stories about his strained relationship with his father and has hinted at deeper issues within the Brown family dynamic. Kody has made it clear that Kody's favoritism towards ROBYN and her children has created a rift in the family that may never fully heal. He has also suggested that Kody has not been a present or involved father in the way that many of his children needed. Christine's frustrations are not just about Kody. Many of her other children, including Gwendolyn, Mykelti, and Isabel, have also voiced concerns about how Kody has treated them. One of the most heartbreaking examples was when Kody refused to travel to New Jersey to support Isabel during her scoliosis surgery, citing COVID-19 concerns while still spending time with ROBYN's family. That decision caused lasting emotional wounds for Isabel, and Christine has never forgiven Kody for it. Kody's parenting decisions have been widely scrutinized, and for good reason. While he has always claimed to love all of his children equally, his actions often tell a different story. Many fans have pointed out that his favoritism toward ROBYN's children is painfully obvious, and it has only driven a deeper wedge between him and his other kids. Christine, who has always been a fiercely protective mother, is making it clear that she will no longer stay silent while Kody tries to rewrite history or pretend that everything is fine. In the wake of Christine's statement, fans are rallying behind her. Many have taken to social media to express their support, agreeing that Kody has done little to maintain meaningful relationships with his older children. Some have even suggested that he is more interested in maintaining control than in actually repairing the damage he has done. Christine's words carry weight because she has been there every step of the way. She has seen firsthand how Kody's choices have affected their children, and she is no longer willing to let him escape accountability. Her message to Kody is clear: if he wants a relationship with his children, he has to work for it. He can't just demand respect and obedience without putting in the effort to rebuild trust and show up for them in ways that matter. As more of the Brown children come forward with their own stories, it is becoming increasingly clear that Kody's parenting style has left many wounds. Christine's refusal to let him silence their children is a powerful stance, one that is resonating with viewers and fans alike. Kody Brown is facing a reckoning when it comes to his role as a father. If he truly cares about repairing his relationships with his children, he will need to do more than just offer empty words. He will need to take real action, show genuine remorse, and prove that he is willing to change. Otherwise, Christine's statement will only continue to ring true: he must earn their love back, or risk losing them forever. Janelle Brown is making bold moves, proving once again that she is not bound by the past or by the ongoing tensions with Kody Brown. The Sister Wives star has recently left North Carolina for a new adventure, and fans are eager to see where this next chapter in her life takes her. This decision comes amid an exciting time for Janelle, who has just welcomed a new family member. However, the happiness surrounding this addition to her life has been clouded by unresolved tensions over Coyote Pass, the land that has been a major source of division within the Brown family. Janelle has always been known as the pragmatic, independent thinker among Kody's wives. Even during the most challenging times, she has found ways to carve out her own space, both emotionally and physically. Her move to North Carolina was already a significant step, allowing her to be closer to her daughter Maddie and her growing family. It was a time of joy for Janelle as she embraced her role as a grandmother, cherishing the moments with her grandchildren. But just as she was settling into this new phase of her life, another shift occurred, one that has taken her away from North Carolina and onto a fresh journey. The timing of Janelle's latest move is particularly interesting given the ongoing issues surrounding Coyote Pass. The dream that was once shared among the Brown family to build homes and establish a shared property on the Arizona land has become one of the biggest sources of conflict. As Kody's relationships with his wives deteriorated, so did the plans for Coyote Pass. The once promised land turned into a battleground of broken dreams, unresolved financial disputes, and lingering resentment. Janelle, who was one of the most invested in making the property work, found herself at a crossroads. While she remained hopeful for a long time, it became increasingly clear that Kody's vision did not align with hers. Over the past few years, Janelle has been vocal about her frustrations regarding the lack of progress at Coyote Pass. While she was ready to move forward with building her home and creating a stable future, Kody's hesitations and shifting priorities left her in limbo. It became evident that he was more focused on his life with ROBYN and their children, leaving Janelle and the other wives to figure things out on their own. For Janelle, the breaking point came when it became clear that she was putting in all the effort while Kody remained distant and non-committal. This latest move signals that Janelle is officially done waiting. She is not looking back at the failed dreams of Coyote Pass or the strained relationship with Kody. Instead, she is looking forward, embracing new opportunities, and surrounding herself with the people who truly support and appreciate her. ROBYN Brown has long been one of the most divisive figures in the Sister Wives universe, with her role in the Brown family dynamic often scrutinized and debated. Over the years, viewers of the show have watched as ROBYN navigated her complex relationships with her sister wives and her husband, Kody Brown. But recent developments have brought to light a side of ROBYN that many fans never expected to see. Behind the scenes, ROBYN's life has become a tangled mess, one that has left viewers questioning her intentions, her actions, and her place in the family. ROBYN's journey to becoming Kody's legal wife has been a story filled with drama, tension, and accusations. From the beginning, her relationship with Kody seemed different from that of his other wives. She became the favorite in his eyes, a role that many of the other wives were uncomfortable with. It didn't take long for viewers to notice that ROBYN had the power to influence Kody in ways the other wives did not. Whether it was through her emotional manipulation or her ability to play the victim, ROBYN quickly established herself as the center of Kody's world. But what many people didn't see was the mess brewing underneath the surface. As ROBYN's relationship with Kody deepened, so did the tension with the other wives, especially Meri, Janelle, and Christine. The power dynamics within the family were becoming increasingly apparent, and ROBYN's influence over Kody only made matters worse. Meri, who had already been emotionally neglected by Kody for years, felt her position in the family grow even more precarious as ROBYN rose to prominence. Janelle, too, felt the strain of Kody's favoritism toward ROBYN, and Christine, who had long been outspoken about the imbalance in the family, became increasingly frustrated with ROBYN's hold over Kody. But what many viewers did not fully understand was that ROBYN's mess was not just about her relationships with Kody and the other wives. It extended far beyond that. In recent months, ROBYN has been facing scrutiny not only for her place in the family but also for the way she has handled her finances, her parenting decisions, and even her role in the family's plans for the future. The most recent controversy surrounding ROBYN has centered around her role in the family's real estate ventures, particularly the tensions over Coyote Pass. The Brown family had long dreamed of living on a shared plot of land in Flagstaff, Arizona, a place where they could all build their homes and live together. But as the years have gone by, it has become clear that the dream of Coyote Pass is becoming increasingly complicated. Kody's plans to build on the land have been repeatedly delayed, and his financial struggles have left the family in a precarious situation. Amid these struggles, ROBYN has been accused of not pulling her weight in the family's financial decisions. She has faced backlash for not being more involved in the plans for Coyote Pass, with many fans questioning why she has not taken a more active role in the project. In addition to the issues surrounding Coyote Pass, ROBYN's parenting decisions have also come under fire.